Lagos State Government unveils enhanced plea bargain system to tackle prison congestion. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps directs immediate nationwide reinforcement of security on Democracy Day. On the foreign scene, United States government orders evacuation of non-essential embassy staff and dependents in Baghdad from Iraq over insecurity. And in sport, Nigeria unveils squad for 2025 Rugby Africa Men's Sevens Tournament. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State Ministry of Justice, in partnership with the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, ROLAC 2, has launched a comprehensive sensitization program on an enhanced plea bargain system aimed at significantly decongesting correctional facilities across the state. This initiative, spearheaded by the Directorate of Public Prosecutions, DPP, through its plea bargain committee, visited various correctional centers on May 15, 22 and 30. The program seeks to educate awaiting trial inmates on the benefits and procedures of plea bargaining, a critical tool for expediting justice delivery. During the sessions, Director of Public Prosecutions, Babajide Martins, emphasized that the plea bargain process is a collaborative effort with the Ministry's Restorative Justice Unit. Martins, who was represented by Adibanke Ogunori, highlighted the introduction of a new data entry form designed to streamline documentation and effectively track cases of inmates interested in pursuing plea bargain options. In preparation for the 68th meeting of the UN Terrorism Regional Commission for Africa, CAF 2025, the Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor on Tourism, Art and Culture, Idris Aregbe, attended a gathering hosted by the Federal Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy at Abuja. The high-level engagement brought together prominent voices in the sector, including the Secretary General of UN Tourism, Zurab Kashivli, and Nigeria's former Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, who were warmly received by the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa. Aregbe affirms the state government's unwavering commitment to building sustainable tourism through youth engagement, strategic partnerships and cultural revitalization. He emphasized the initial role that innovation and the creative economy play in delivering social impact, especially in urban centers like Lagos. The federal government has explained why the presidential national broadcast of President Bola Tinubu was cancelled. The Director of Information and Public Relations, Segun Imohiose, in a statement noted that the broadcast earlier scheduled for 7 a.m. in commemoration of Democracy Day on June 12 is due to the President's scheduled attendance at the National Assembly's joint session. President Tinubu is expected to deliver his address at the National Assembly. Now to the rest of the stories. The Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ahmed Audi, has directed an immediate nationwide reinforcement of security measures to protect critical national infrastructure and maintain law and order as Nigeria marks Democracy Day. This comes on the heels of the planned peaceful protest slated for Thursday to mark Democracy Day. According to the Corps, credible intelligence suggested that peaceful demonstrations may take place in several states, including the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos, Ondo, Oyo, Delta, and Rivers, among others. Audi, in a statement signed by the Corps spokesperson, Afolabi Babawale, emphasized the NSCDC's core mandate of safeguarding national assets, lives, and public property. The Corps ordered that operatives be placed on red alert across all identified flashpoints, protest venues, recreational centers, and other potential rally points. The NSCDC boss assured that the Corps would work closely with other security agencies to ensure comprehensive coverage and uphold public safety throughout the protests. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Police Command has reached an agreement with 15 civil society organizations, CSOs, on the conduct of planned protests taking place on June 12. According to a report, they all agreed that Gani Fawehinmi Park in Ojota will serve as the only approved protest venue for citizens participating in the protests in Lagos. A statement by the command spokesperson, Benjamin Hundeyin, described the meeting between the Commissioner of Police, Olorundare Jimoh, and the CSO leaders as an interactive engagement. According to the statement, half of the CSOs said they would celebrate Democracy Day peacefully, while the other half planned to hold orderly protests without disrupting public peace and safety. It was agreed that all protest groups will converge under the Ikeja Bridge and move together to Ojota. Now to foreign news. The United States government says it will evacuate non-essential U.S. embassy staff and their dependents in Baghdad from Iraq due to heightened security risks. Officials did not say exactly what prompted the removal, but have been told Israel was ready to launch an operation into Iran. According to the officials, this was part of the reason some Americans were advised to leave the region, noting that they anticipated that Iran could retaliate on certain U.S. sites in Iraq. It comes as U.S. talks over Iran's nuclear program appear to have stalled in recent days. U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff is still planning on holding talks with Iran about its nuclear program on Sunday. Witkoff will meet Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in Muscat. In our sport, the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation has announced the national squad that will represent the country at the 2025 Rugby Africa Men's Sevens Tournament, scheduled to take place from June 21 to 22 at the Labodene Sports Club in Mauritius. Captain Kito Oliver will lead the 12-man squad, joined by Kolade Adedoyin, Gabriel John Etim, Matthew Ilube, Joshua Adams, Toyo Anthony Egodo, Olanesuve Obano, Frederick Henry Ajudwa, Richard Adeni Jones, Declan Wachiku, Issa Omale, and Akim Yusuf. The reserves for the tournament are Michael Ogunwole and John Toby Anthony. Final preparations will take place at a training camp in London ahead of the team's departure for Mauritius. The Nigeria Stallions 7 squad will be led by head coach Steve Lewis, with Aziz Ladipo serving as team manager and Dr. Fikwola Orafidia as the team medic. They will compete against 11 of Africa's leading rugby sevens nations, including South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, Tunisia, Zambia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and host nation Mauritius. And that ends our news at noon. Just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please always avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 250 women were trained through an empowerment workshop on intercrop of maize and cassava with demonstration plots for practical knowledge? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Ministry of Justice, in partnership with the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, ROLAC 2, has launched a comprehensive sensitization program on an enhanced plea bargain system aimed at significantly decongesting correctional facilities across the state. The Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ahmed Audi, has directed an immediate nationwide reinforcement of security measures to protect critical national infrastructure and maintain law and order as Nigeria marks Democracy Day. Also told you that the United States government said it will evacuate non-essential U.S. embassy staff and their dependents in Baghdad from Iraq due to heightened security risks. And in sport, the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation has announced the national squad that will represent the country at the 2025 Rugby Africa Men's Sevens Tournament, scheduled to take place from June 21 to 22 at the Labodinese Sports Club in Mauritius. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Iduwolaya. I am Dele Agadumo. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.